Hi, I'm Tracy Christensen. Welcome to Community Connection. In 2009, a group of friends joined forces to perform Shakespeare in parks and at festivals across Utah. That tradition has continued with Grassroots Shakespeare Company that today brings Shakespeare to life for families and college students in Utah and Salt Lake counties. Founding member Davey Morrison-Dillard is here to tell us more. Hi, Davey.
Hi.
So this is exciting. You're one of the founding members of this company, and tell us about what you guys do.
Yeah, so Grassroots Shakespeare, we focus on what sets us apart is we do Shakespeare the way Shakespeare was done when Shakespeare was around. So it's very different from most theater today.
And how is it different?
A lot of ways. In the process is very different for us as actors. So there was no director in Shakespeare's day. The job title hadn't been invented yet. There were no real designers. The sets were empty for the most part. Shakespeare creates the scenery with his language. And the costumes were all anachronistic from different times and places. There's very little rehearsal time. Sometimes they would just meet maybe as little as the morning of the show to run fights and dances and things that had to be choreographed, and then they'd go up and do it. They didn't have complete copies of the script. They just had their lines and maybe a 2 or 3 word cue. So they'd be listening for those words and then delivering their line. And then the environment of Shakespeare's theater was also very different. It was very rowdy. It was more like maybe going to a rock concert or a baseball game or something than going to a play. There were 3,000 people packed into the theater, and vendors were going up and down selling food and things like that. So actors really had to be, it was maybe more like performing at a carnival or something like that in many ways than a nice, polite theater environment that we think of today.
You really have to command some attention.
That's right, yeah, which is a lot of fun.
And I'm sure it's a riot for you as a performer to perform that way. How is it received by the audiences? Yeah,
it's a blast, and yeah, we talk directly to the audiences, and we encourage our audiences to talk directly back to us, because that's another thing that was very Elizabethan, and it makes for a really exciting sort of electric environment, because you always have a new scene partner every show, because the audience is going to be different, and they're going to give you different things, and it brings different things out in the plays than you get doing them any other way.
I'll bet. And where do you perform?
We perform all over Utah in parks, at festivals, things like that. So this summer we're doing 2 shows. We're doing The Tempest, and we're also doing our first musical. We're doing a production of The Fantastics that we'll be performing with the same company of actors throughout parks and festivals from May 20th to June 30th, Fridays, Saturdays, and Mondays, all over. We have a big Elizabethan touring set that we cart around and unload and set up and perform a show.
Fun. So if people want to experience this Shakespeare as it originally was, how can they find where you're performing? Do you guys have a website?
Yes, it's grassrootsshakespeare.com that has our performance dates and times and all the information you need to know. So
wonderful. Well, break a leg. I hope it's a really fun summer.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here. Shakespeare is not as scary as you think. Theater and entertainment bring joy and enrichment to our lives. And if you'd like to experience Shakespeare with Grassroots Shakespeare Company, please visit our website and check out their schedule at kbyu11.org. Thanks so much for joining us on Community Connection.